Hey guys, I got my favorite person in the whole wide world helping me wax this 2007 Chevy Silverado truck that goes by the name of Coffee. I almost forgot to make a video, and I know people probably don't care, but I can always look back on it. Anyway, I was going to make a video. You know, we waxed her car, the Xbox, and a strange thing happened to me that day after we got done waxing the car. My wife, Mrs. PIB, went in to make some lunch supper. Anyway, oh yeah, that looks good, huh? Slicky. Anyway, I got some of this stuff that I used to spray for weeds around the yard here. And anyway, I was walking through here, and I got stung in the ear by a wasp. And man, you talk about hurting it. He got right in a little crevice there in my ear, and well, I'll try to show you if I don't. I don't want to freak y'all out. I got a stool over here.
Which ear?
I don't want a close up. She thinks she's a news reporter and you have to get up close and personal. I don't know if I've cleaned all the wax out on my ear, and she's going to make sure the whole world knows. Anyway, I got stung, and man, you talk about hurting. And there's a little old wasp, I guess it had built in the shutters, which we get those every year, but I was just walking by it, and you know, like I said, I was spraying for weeds. I was going to the backyard spraying, and got stung in the ear, and it felt like a hot straight pin poker. Yeah, just poking into my ear, and my ear kind of swelled up a little bit. But after 4 or 5 hours, you know, the pain quit, but I just didn't feel like waxing, and the sun had already caught up to this truck anyway, because that little Xbox took a little bit longer than what I thought. So today we've jumped out here this morning, going to try to get it done before we get the rain. We're supposed to get like 2 or 3 days of rain, 2 to 3 inches of rain. Yeah, 2 to 3 inches of rain, and so we're going to do the best we can on this. So I'll show you what it looks like in a minute when we get all done. We've already done the top, and like I said, nobody really cares but me, but at least I can go back on the video and see what all we've got done. Plus I got good help here, and she gets paid by the, well, I better be careful. Okay, I'll see y'all in a little bit. Okay guys, it's been several hours later, and Mrs. PIB has went with her friend to go walking. She does that I think about 5 times a week, whatever. Anyway, she was a big help to me. That's my whole point. Thank you for helping me, Mrs. PIB. Got this whole thing waxed, done the door jambs, bumpers, you know, the outside glass. Done everything on this 07 Silverado truck that goes by the name of Coffee. I sprayed some lube in the door hinges, just because I do that periodically. I forgot to shut that one. That's what I've been doing on the 88 OBS truck there, Sam. Just lubing things up, just because it's a good thing to do. What was I going to tell y'all? Well, guess I forgot. But anyway, this is the insides of this truck. I've had this truck several years now, and this truck has always been, it was bought new here in East Tennessee. It's never lived anyplace else. I got this from GM Tim 38. In case you didn't know, check him out on YouTube, GM Tim 38. He is my buddy. His name is Brian, and his dad Charlie. I bought this truck new, and then let's see, Brian bought it from Charlie when Charlie, I don't know, Charlie he buys stuff periodically, so I think Brian bought it from his dad Charlie, and then I bought it from Brian. We kind of done a little finagling and done a little trading around, this, that, and the other. So anyway, this, we're supposed to get some rain, and like several days of it. They said several inches of rain, which is, you know, normally I'm griping about rain, but actually it's a good thing. If you watch some of that stuff on the news, which I try not to watch very much, I mostly watch YouTube or something like that. Anyway, they're talking about Lake Mead going down and stuff, and I'm going to try not to gripe about rain anymore, because there's other people that sure could use it. So I told the Lord I'm going to try to do better about griping, about not griping, about not griping. I've waxed the wheels. I didn't do the best job, but I still got to get my toothbrush and go around little places that pollen and stuff like that has accumulated. That yellow pollen gets in everything. So I'm going to get me, after this rainy period's over, I'm going to get me some, last time I tried some boiled linseed oil, and I got a video on it, and I put it on here, you know, the door handles. That's some of that spray from doing the hinges there. You know, I put boiled linseed oil on all the black plastic stuff, and it lasted a pretty good while. I was really impressed. I mean, but like I always say, if I do something like that, don't do what I do. Just do everything at your own risk. This is just what I do. So take it for whatever it's worth. Like I said, been at this for several hours. You don't realize how big this truck is till you start waxing everything, wheels, you know, everything. So it's a pretty big truck, and I think this thing, well, I don't have the keys to it out here, but I think it's got 196,000 miles on it. It's a, well, I'll show you the motor. Not that anybody really cares, I don't guess, but whatever. Somebody was, probably see some dust on here. Somebody was burning something. And this is it. It's a 4.8, a V8. It runs really well. I really like this truck a lot. It's just can't really afford gas. That little Xbox my wife drives, that's the one to be driving nowadays, because it's getting bad. Anyway, that's the motor. Everything works on the truck, cruise and AC and all that kind of good stuff. So anyway, I'll try to show a video sometime of me putting the boiled linseed oil on. Some of this stuff, the black plastic stuff, it makes a huge difference, but I just can't see putting it on now when it's going to be raining in a few hours, and rain for, I think, 3 or 4 days. So that's the name of that tune. So anyway, appreciate you watching the video. I know it's not much, just us waxing and cleaning up stuff, but I know you probably can't tell no difference, but this thing shines. Boy, it's pretty, in my opinion. And once I get my toothbrush out, or get my wife's I always say that, get my wife's toothbrush. I'm just kidding. Get a toothbrush out and go around some of these little crevices and little knick-knack things, whatever. Clean them all up, and should be good for a while. And then I'll be ready for fall of the year and wax it all again. So, okay, appreciate you watching. You're watching Primer Is Best on YouTube. If you'd subscribe, I'd appreciate it. Let me know what you think about this 07 Chevy truck. Goes by the name of Coffee. And you probably, I know I've told you this before, but I do have some new subscribers. If you're wondering why this truck is named Coffee, it's because when I got the truck, my friend Charlie, Brian's dad, smoked cigarettes at the time. So when you open up a door, you had a cigarette smell, but you don't smell it anymore. And the reason being, my friend that has a detail shop, I was telling him about this coffee smell, and he said, what you need to do is get you some coffee, you know, some kind of aroma or something that you like. And my wife and I just happened to find some coffee that was on sale, you know, like one of these, not a wholesale place, but a get rid of place. You know what I'm talking about, one of those stores that, you know, you get rid of stuff that nobody else wants. They had cinnamon, So I think we got a couple of jars of that. Cinnamon coffee. Got some little trays that we get at the, sometimes we get them at the KFC, like that bowl of chicken. It's got chicken nuggets in it and mashed potatoes and corn or whatever's in it. It's really good. Try it sometime if you can afford it. Everything's went up, but we I put a couple of trays full of that cinnamon coffee, and I didn't drive the truck. I just kept everything closed up in it. So in a few days, I'd open up the doors, get me a stick, and stir the coffee around some more. And my buddy that has a detail shop, he said that coffee will absorb all of the cigarette smell, odors in the vehicle. So I've done that a few times, and when I thought I couldn't smell cinnamon anymore, I'd put some more in, replenish and put some fresh cinnamon smelling coffee in. So you can't smell nothing in here. I mean, it smells great. So that little trick worked, and I thought I'd pass it on to you. Pretty handy little trick, because I didn't really know what I was going to do. I love the truck, but that cigarette smoke smell will sometimes, it's not for everybody. So anyway, sorry, I was just telling you why the truck is called coffee. So if you'd like I said, if you'd like to subscribe to my YouTube channel, Primer Is Best, I sure would be grateful. And I'm on Instagram, Primer Is Best, Facebook, Primer Is Best, and also got a second YouTube channel called Man on a Budget. If you'd like to subscribe to that one too, I appreciate it. I periodically put stuff up there as well. And I have an Instagram, Man on a Budget 1. So y'all have a blessed day. The Lord's in charge. And while I've been out here fooling with this truck and my wife left, I've been talking to the Lord and hoping that, I got a lot of things I need to ask forgiveness for. So luckily I have Jesus Christ, and I hope that you do too. God bless y'all. Catch you in the next one.